Do it.
It's 9:30. Yes, it is. Okay. Are we on? Okay. All right, let's have everybody read the agenda. Let's have a motion.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Okay, the minutes of the January 28th, 2021 board meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passed. All right. Liquor license for Elliott Oil Company, Highway 63 South BP, from 4/1/21 to 3/31/22.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, license for Rocket Fuels Food Mart, 4/1/21 to 3/31/22.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, all passed. Approval of professional service agreement with Schneider Geospatial. Is that the GSI?
Geospatial.
Geospatial, that's the GSI.
Our GIS
Yeah.
person has been gone for several months, and what's happened is we're getting behind on the overlays for vacant lots and lots where they have subdivided and changed them. We're getting behind on that. So our assessor was able to work out an agreement with Schneider that they will come in, and we have a new contract, Kelly, because the one on the agenda said the 1st, and this one starts the 3rd. So I'll give it to you. This one starts the 3rd, and they will come in and catch us up, which we really need to do. And they will also, if we get someone hired during this period up till June 30th, they will train the person, which we don't have anybody. It's a one-person department, so we don't have anybody to train them. So they will do the training also if it happens in the next 6 months. It's a 6-month contract. I believe it's just for about $4,500. So it's really to our benefit to not get any farther behind than we are.
I got an email the other day, Legacy's doing this broadband study, and they have most of it, but there's some county information they need, and they of course can't get anything with GIS. So I told her to get me the information that we're looking to contract with this company, and we'd see if we could get their help to get them what they needed. So
I got a call from a company doing that, a guy, and I gave him Paul's number because he was wanting to, and he can do it himself if he can get in, but Paul was gone then. So
I'd move to approve the service agreement.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. General Safety Manual for Wapello County.
Just here a while back, we approved a Wapello County handbook, and it made reference in there to Wapello County's safety manual. Now, each of the departments, since they're different, will have some different safety regulations, but this is a general one for the whole county. I ran it through ICAP, and Wileen had someone at the higher level review it and said it was okay. I had our attorney look at it, and he changed the agreement in the back where the employees will, instead of saying, I agree with this, it says, I will abide by this. So it's something that we should have. It came off of a ICAP base agreement, and we made it fit Wapello County. I'd make a motion that we approve it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carried. Resolution 8, 2021 sale of county real estate. Set a public hearing for February 16th.
Move the resolution to set the public hearing.
Second.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, resolution 7/2021 road vacation. Set public hearing for February 16th, 2021.
This just goes along with it, as to the whole thing's down in Dahlonega, so. Move the resolution, set public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Review and approval of a 125 horsepower tractor with trade.
I assume on here, Jeff, that you are recommending the case.
I am recommending the case.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried. Review and approval of Iowa DOT agreement number 2021 C075.
This here is an agreement. The DOT is planning on doing a asphalt overlay from the fire station down here all the way out on 149 to where the 4-lane turns back into a 2-lane. This agreement here has them paved 50 feet of our side roads. We're responsible for that, but they will take it around through the radiuses, make it look real nice. And also we're gonna do that on the gravel side road of Angle Road. The city does have a portion of the Angle Road going past the golf course. Their half is like $5,500. I haven't heard of pay. So if they deny, we would not do that intersection, but we would do all the other intersections.
And this is gonna go from fire station all the way out.
That was their initial proposal to me, their, initial planning stage. I don't know if they'll end up shortening that or depending upon prices.
Sure.
But that was just the initial talk.
Okay, need a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution 11/2021 amending the Wapello County Employee Handbook.
A few months ago, we redid, after several years, the employee handbook. The handbook covers everybody, but when we have contracts with the unions, that supersedes this. But we still have people who are not eligible to belong to unions. And there's been some changes in the collective bargaining law that make it necessary that we add some things to our handbook. And there was one is we did not address longevity pay in the handbook, but it's in the contract. So in case it's not going to be in the contracts, it will now be in the handbook. And also addressing the normal hours of work, like 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week. And you get a break in the middle for lunch and 2 15-minute breaks. That was not addressed totally in the handbook, but it will be if we approve this amendment. And then the other one on addressing anniversary dates of the employees. When it got printed, the language in there wasn't clear. So this isn't any change, except it's just clarifying that language. So I recommend that we, one is to amend the handbook, and the other are 2 addendums to the handbook. So I'd make a motion that we approve resolution number 11, amending the Wapello County handbook.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Compensation Board recommendations for FY 2021 and 2022.
Motion to approve.
I can find it.
Well, I look back at just over the last couple of years, our employees got 1% and 1%. And our elected officials averaged One year they got between 4 and 5%. And then last year it was about the same. So they have averaged, they've got 7% in the last 2 years, and the employees have got 2%. My recommendation is the employees, the elected officials have got a couple years that were better, considerably better than the employees got. We budgeted 2% for the employees this year, and we budgeted 2% for the elected officials. So I think now the comp board makes it kind of difficult since they make the percentages different. We can't say, okay, all get 2%. We have to reduce it to a point where one of them gets 2%. So one will get slightly more and one will get slightly less. My recommendation is that they get what the employees got this year, which would be 2%. Now that 2% would be reducing the top person by 89%. That would get them down to a little over 2%. And those just under it. Now, the supervisors would get like under 0.5%, which I don't have any problem with that. But I think the other elected officials should get no more than what the employees got.
Ryan,
So your reduction of 89%, is that what yours is? I figured at a reduction of 80% to kind of help get us ticked up, and we ain't moving much in the structure. And I know we can't always look at what other counties are doing because we are Wapello County, but I figured it reducing the overall recommended percent increase by 80%, which would bring them down right into the range of 3%. I'd be open to reducing it by 85 and meeting in the middle.
That's fine with me.
So I'd make a motion to reduce it by 85%.
Second.
okay, motion carried. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
That's disappointing. I was getting ready to storm out. Huh?
You know, with all the decisiveness going on across the country right now, Jerry, I'm doing my best to reach across the aisle.
Well, my problem is I don't know which side of the aisle
I know.
I'm on. I mean, which way do I reach?
Keep your hand up.
Okay, following on contract awards for precast wall panel repair on E&H restoration to E&H restoration.
This is just, these are the projects that you guys have already approved and awarding them and asking for the signature on the contracts to be made by the chair.
Move to approve.
I'd first like to ask, how is your working across the aisle with the city? How has it turned out this time?
If you'd like to get together after the meeting, Jerry, I could
No, I'd rather be public.
try and help you out with that. I don't know.
I want to thank you for helping us. You know, we don't have that expertise in that particular field. And we have found ourselves in the past on some of these things where, you know, we had to go get a consultant to do it. And I think this worked out really well. And I want to thank you for your efforts here.
I appreciate that. It's something that we've been talking about for a long time, and the Law Center was one that struck a chord as where we could help out the best.
Very good.
I concur what you say, Jerry. Thanks.
Okay.
All right,
Still
excellent.
can't get anyone to argue today, can you?
Okay,
I laid awake all night thinking of arguments I could have today, and there aren't any.
we like it. Okay, we have motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Contract awards for RTUs 7 and 8 to Winger Contracting.
part of the same contract
Is
and
it-
same program, so I
Okay.
move to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
We need you to sign the contract. If you want to do that now or wait till afterwards.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
Another few minutes and we'll be done.
Okay,
Is that for the chair to sign, Kelly?
I don't have copies of them, so.
Is it just for the chair or is it for all of us?
It's for, there's a copy for the county, there's a copy for us. And
No, I mean, who signs it?
Yeah, for the chair to sign.
The chair signs, okay.
Okay, resolutions 12/2021, Code of Ordinance for Wapello County, Iowa, 2020.
Every 5 years, we're supposed to review the ordinances and then approve them. I don't believe in the last 5 years, we've had a new ordinance, have we, Kelly? So they're in the review, and I reviewed those in November. In the review, it just says, well, we're gonna redo this and there aren't any new ones. So I would motion to approve resolution number 12.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Personnel request for payroll approval for a new hire, female COI Sheriff's Department. Did I?
Resolution
Six.
13.
Oh, resident 13/2020, sorry. Acknowledged bid and award project L97 7390 Bridge 105.
This is a contract for the bridge that is just north of our CHTV bridge down there in Elton. We got we had 3 bids. This is our lowest contractor. This is to approve that contract and so we can start on process of it. And also so that you don't have to do doc express signing, I can do that for you.
And do we put any penalties for going beyond the completion date on these? The reason I ask is that at Soap Creek, we have been letting some contracts on structures. And through the years, we just haven't done that because everybody just jumped right in and got the work done. We've run into a couple that haven't, so I'm just curious, do we put,
These projects do have liquidated damages. And also time restrictions. This one here, I believe, has a late start date of July of next summer, which was also to go along with the CHPD bridges, because there's 3 bridges on that project, so we're trying to give contractors enough time to plan all 3 bridges. And then I put this in the next letting, try to entice that same contractor who got 107 to come in and do both of them at the same time. I think at this point, Bridge 105 was a completely separate contractor, but we still have the same letting date on it.
okay, thanks. Have you had a motion to approve it? No. We haven't. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Motion carried. Okay, now number 17. Request for payroll approval, new hire, female COI Sheriff's Office.
Motion.
Just that hiring of a replacement of a person that had quit here a month ago.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, do we have any other business?
Here, a couple weeks ago, I met with Jenny from the courts and a couple other people. They've got some CARES money statewide to go in and kind of more or less do a little bit of what we've done in here with the Zoom and cameras and putting TVs up to help with some of the things in the courts. It'll kind of clean up some of the wires that run across the floor. It's a minimal expense to us at the courthouse. We'll have to run a couple boxes up to plug TVs in and then a little piece of conduit over to the wall so they could run up some wires. But I think this will help, and I haven't really talked to Dawn about it, but in talking with that with the court, my question was if that, with having that technology in the courtrooms, will that help us by maybe not having to do as many transports? I know some of the stuff like a magistrate you do now where they just go in there on a laptop and it's done. The lady with the court seemed to think that it would benefit us by not having to do some of those transports for minor hearings or whatever, that the person could easily just go into the room at the jail and
No, I think, I agree with you, Brian. I think that would help out. But the defendant also has a right to be present to that hearing, but there's some that we could probably do that with. The other thing, I think it kind of helps with, during maybe some trials with security, because, kind of the way it's set up now, there's just one screen and it makes the movement in the courtroom have to take place where with the way my understanding, they're looking to put these TVs up, they wouldn't have to move to see the screen. There'd be one by the jury, one where the jury can see it, one where the defense can see it easier. That's going to be a better system, it seems to be.
it'll just be in the big courtroom. Now, they did say with us having this in here, they may be able to use this to put extra jurors in or whatever it may be, and then just feed into this. So,
I think there's several counties they've already done.
Yeah. So we have a system installation and installation sign off. So if you guys are okay with it, I'll get with Kelly and maybe we get with Tommy, and I think Ridgeway would probably be about the only other person or whoever we use for electrical winger or to do some of that. So if it's okay with you guys, I'll follow up and sign. You want to instruct me to sign this? Do you want the chair to sign it? Just saying that we're okay with them installing the TVs in the courtroom.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me who signs. I don't think we can take any action on it other than that you have the indication that we're saying,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right.
Okay. Any other business?
At 10:30 this morning, Indian Hills and the people from Cargill, at least one, are going to be going through the bioprocessing training center, looking at furniture and equipment that Indian Hills, they're ending their program out there. So when they end the program, that is our building. And at 10:30, I won't be able to go, but maybe one of you could, just to walk through with Indian Hills to see what equipment and furniture is going to be left for Cargill. That's our building, but it sits on Cargill land. Indian Hills will not be using that building after February the 15th. So on March the 1st, we get the building and we're discussing things with Cargill. But this walkthrough is to say, here's what stays and here's what is going to go. Because Indian Hill sold some of that to Cargill. So I can't go. I got negotiations here pretty soon.
One of us will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go out.
You guys know where Eddyville is? You
Is that-
get,
is that
don't go
south of
into
town?
Eddyville.
Don't go to Eddyville.
Don't. You
Go over the bridge.
go left before you go into Eddyville. And you see this great big,
Why didn't you schedule it closer to like, I don't know, noon, where maybe you could hit lunch?
I thought
after
we'd
or
have
something?
3 items on our agenda maybe. And Kelly ended up putting, we have 18.
I just think it's poor planning. There's gonna be a gap between the end of this and then lunch, and
Okay,
we'll make it work.
entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.